Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. My name's Vicky, and today we're going to do a yin yoga session for sleep. Yoga can be fantastic, or can be good for sleep, of course, depending on the person. There was a survey done by Harvard University in the US fairly recently that showed all participants who took part in that study said that 55% of them said that yoga helped them sleep better. So it can be really useful for that. Yin yoga and restorative yoga, as well, as they are done largely on the floor, then in fact, you don't necessarily need a yoga mat to do it, so you can do it in your bed. So you can do this class before you go to sleep directly. Give it a go, see if it helps. And hence why I have my bed cover and my pillow. So I'm going to show you, we can just use those as props. So we'll use those. Obviously the poses are long held, giving you a chance to rest the body, stretch out any tension in the body, and also to rest the mind and to calm down the thoughts. So that's the idea behind this evening's class. If you haven't done yin yoga before, then please bear in mind that one of the main elements of yin yoga is that we stay in the poses for about 3 or 4 minutes in general is what we do in these short classes. So please listen carefully to my adjustments. Don't try to look like me, and use those adjustments so that they suit your body, so that you can relax into the pose while still feeling stimulation in a target area, of which I will tell you what that is in each pose. So we're going to start by sitting. So just find a comfortable seated position, and you can also lie down for this if you want to. That's absolutely fine. So just spend a bit of time finding your position, adjusting yourself. I just want you to be comfortable. But if you're sitting, try to be quite upright. You can sit on the pillow, for example, to tilt the hips forward a little bit. Then when you're ready, just close your eyes. And we'll start by bringing our attention to whatever it is that we're sitting on. So if you're sitting on a duvet, for example, then just noticing the texture of the duvet, how soft it is. Or if you're sitting on something else, then just notice how that feels as well. Sense where your hands are. Sense where your feet are. And feel the weight of the body on the sitting bones. And notice any sounds that are around. And rather than pushing them away, just notice them and note them. So, for example, person, bird, car, bird, anything that comes into your attention, note it, and then just let it be. And it may be with those sounds but they bring some kind of feeling or emotion up. And if that's the case, then again, just note that. Irritated, happy, anything. So noting the sounds and noting any feelings that come up, but without holding on to them, letting them be there, but not grasping, and noticing how everything changes from moment to moment. No moment is the same. Everything is transient. Everything moves on. Constant change. And then just bring your attention back to my voice. And you can open your eyes if you like to see what the first pose will be. And then just move on to your hands and knees. Sit back on your heels. And we're going to start, our target area is going to be the inside thigh and opening up the chest. So just separate the knees. If you want to put something underneath the knees, like for example the pillow, so that they're not digging into anything, then please do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold forward. So if you feel like you need a bit more stretch on the inside thigh, separate the knees a bit further. If you want less, bring them closer together. And then we're just going to cup the chin in the hands. So as I said here, we're opening up the chest, and that is bringing a bit of compression, particularly in the upper back. If that's okay for you, as long as you're not feeling any pain anywhere, then just stay where you are. If you'd like a bit more compression in the upper back, then walk the elbows forward. If you'd like less, of course, walk them back. Always the opposite. You can separate the feet a little bit if you want to as well. And we'll stay in this for around 3 minutes. Now, if anybody struggles with their knees with this, then another option, which will also stretch the inside thigh. If you're fine in that one, in tap hold, and stay in tap hold. But if it's not working on the knees for you, then you can just straighten the legs. Now obviously, well, you may be able to put your chin in your hands on the floor. I certainly can't. And that's okay. We've still got the stretch on the inside thigh. So for you guys, you can just fold forward. So just taking it the other way, stretching the back this time.
Keep your breath natural, normal. And always pay attention to the breath. If it seems like it's not natural, if it's laboured, if it's fast, or then you've gone too deep into the pose. So I would suggest backing off. And as I always say in our yin poses, notice where you can feel the stretch. Bring your attention to that target area. See if it's different from left to right. See if you can notice where it starts and where it ends. Or if there does feel like there is no start and end point. And the reason that I encourage you to do this is because in a similar way to a mindfulness meditation, you're bringing your focus, your attention, your concentration to one particular thing. So ultimately bringing you into the present moment, giving you a focus so that if your attention wanders, you can bring it back to something. Okay, so we're going to move out of this pose. So in your own way, but just being gentle as always, make your way down so that you're lying face down on the floor. And you can either put the head to the side and the arms by your sides, or you can rest your head on your hands. Bring the left knee up on the floor beside you or on the bed. And this isn't a pose, this is just decompressing the spine and preparation for the next pose. Just allow the body to relax here for a few moments before we move into the next one. And then keeping the knee where it is, go up onto the elbows. So you can have the hands on the floor, or you can have the palms together. Play with the positioning of the elbows. It doesn't matter if the shoulders come up and shrug towards the ears in a yin yoga pose, that's absolutely fine. So play with the position of the elbows. If you find this is too far up, so what we're doing is we're opening up the front of the body here. So again, a bit of compression in the back. You may be feeling, for example, a bit of a stabbing sensation in the lower back. Now, if that's the case, first of all, you can try moving the straight leg around, a bit more to the right, a bit more to the left. But if you're finding there's still that stabbing or pinching, then come down a bit. So you can separate the elbows, for example, you can move down, or you can just come down, like even completely down if you want to, or just something kind of in the middle. Now, if you feel this is a bit muscular, then again, grab a prop like a pillow. And so you're still up, but hopefully that lower back is okay. Alternatively, if you are feeling that you're not getting enough opening, then you can, again, put your elbows on a prop to raise yourself up that bit more. Maybe that's better for you. Or for others, perhaps it might suit you more to actually go up onto the hands. But just make sure that you are relaxed. And we are going to stay here for another 2 minutes. So go to that point where you can stay comfortably, but still feeling that stimulation in the back without it hurting, and the opening in the chest. For me, that's too high. I'm going to go here. And this could be different from day to day as well. Some days you may be able to go much further up. Other days that's not working for you. And that's okay. It's fine. Just go with how your body feels and what your body wants and needs. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Notice the breath, notice the sensations. Always go to your natural stopping point, mild to moderate sensation that you can stay in for a number of minutes. And if you find after a while that you lose the sensation, then you can adjust a bit. Or if you find that it gets too much, then you can also adjust a bit. But just try if you can at the start to go to the best, the natural stopping point, the most appropriate point for you, if you can. But of course, as I said at the start, things are constantly changing. So we're going to go down. So if you've got any props, move them away. Leave the knee where it is for now. Rest the head down again. Notice how the back feels. Bring that knee down. Just lie on your front. Noticing how left and right feel, particularly in the lower back. Staying down, bring the right knee up on the floor. Stay here again for a few moments. And then we're going to go up again. So again, play with it a bit. And it may be different this side. And also, as I said, play with the arms. If you go push the arms further away, you're lower down. If you push them closer to you, you're coming higher up here. Separate them again, you're coming further down. The shoulders are in a different position, closer together. Obviously the shoulders are in a different place. And it may be different on this side. You may feel that you can go further up, or you may want to go further down. And as I said, play with that straight leg as well if it's not feeling good in the lower back. Move that around. You can also move the bent knee, of course. So now we'll stay here for just over 2 minutes. Close the eyes. Feel the sensations. And what we're doing here, the reason that we're stimulating the inside thigh in the first pose, and just opening up the chest a bit, opening up the torso in both the first pose and to a degree in this one as well, is that we're stimulating what's called the liver meridian in traditional Chinese medicine, which is a channel through which energy flows. And in China, traditional Chinese medicine, they say that many sleep imbalances can be caused by an imbalance of the flow of energy related to the liver. So just as an example, all these meridians have different time frames in the day and the night where they work the hardest. So for the liver meridian, it's between 1 and 3 in the morning. So if you wake between 1 and 3 in the morning and you're restless and you find it a bit difficult to sleep, it's possible there could be an imbalance in the liver. It's possible. Of course, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But it's a possibility. So I thought today that this could be something we could do, stimulate the energy within this area to potentially help those of you who struggle with sleep. Okay, so now we're going to come down from this. So same thing, keep the knee up, come down gently, lower back may feel fragile. Keeping the knee up and then just relax the body. Notice how it feels. Then bring that leg down. And if you've had your head to one side, then just make sure that you put it on the other side as well, for balance. And just stay where you are while I tell you what we're going to do next. So our target area for the next pose is going to be the backs of the shoulders and the outside of the arms. And many people do hold a lot of tension in the shoulders. So what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out that tension, with the idea being obviously to relax the body, to help you sleep. So what we're going to do is right arm on top, left arm underneath, palms facing up. Now you may want something to prop your chin up with here. You prop your head up. So move the arms. Push them out a bit further if you want to feel more stretch. Again, your natural stopping point. And then just allow the body, separate the legs if you want to, that's fine. Allow the body to relax. See how that feels. See if that's going into the shoulders as well. Now, if you're feeling a pinching sensation in the front of the shoulder here, what I suggest is rotating the arms and seeing if that helps at all. Although probably not, actually thinking about it. So perhaps you might want to move the arms up a bit or down a bit. And if the stretch is too intense, that might help to hold on to the shoulders. So if by moving the arms you've still got that uncomfortable pinching sensation in the shoulders, if you haven't, stay where you are. If you have, roll over onto your back and we'll do what we did last week actually, which is bringing the arm over. So for example, you can take the right arm over, you can hold on to it, so pulling it towards you to get that stretch in the arm hopefully into the shoulder. If it's still not good in the front of the shoulder, move it around. Bend the elbow if you want to. So for example, you can sort of hold it much further down the chest. Play with that. Find where you're getting that stretch without it hurting anywhere. But the most likely place is the shoulder. As I said, if your throat's getting a bit compressed, then you might want to put your head on something. Also, if your boobs are getting in the way, then you might want to raise yourself up or go onto your back. That's not really working for me. We'll stay here for another minute or so. A minute. Also, if your throat is compressing, then you can move the head to the side. That's fine. It doesn't really matter where the head is. Allow the body to relax. You might be tensing the bum, for example. Feel that stretch. Stretching out any tension in the shoulders and the arms. And if it gets too much at any point, then as I said, maybe you can hold on to the shoulders or just bring the arms in a bit more. So we're going to move out of this. So gently, gently come up. And then just before we move to the other side, just lie down, arms by the sides. Notice how the arms and the shoulders feel. And then we'll go to the other side. So this time the left goes on top, the right underneath. As always, spend a bit of time playing with this, moving the arms around, making sure there is nothing that is painful. Just that good stretch in a general area, tops of the arms, and hopefully into the shoulders. Play with them. Doesn't even matter if like one arm is higher than the other. Mine is, for example. I need to bring my right arm down because it is pinching in the shoulder there. And then if you're on your back, also change to the left arm. We'll be here for just over 2 minutes. And if you had your head to one side, make sure to move it to the other side. You may well find that actually, even with the other arm on top, you're feeling more stretch, more tension still in the same arm as you did last time. That's completely normal, and it's very possible that that is because that's the arm that you use more, so you're going to have more tension there. Relax the body, relax the bum. And again, you may have those emotions. Emotions may well be coming up. Irritation, for example, because I leave you in the poses for quite a long period of time. It's quite common. But again, just note them and let them go. Come back to the feeling in the body. And then we're going to move out of this one. So gently bring the arms up, down by the sides, either on your back or on your front. And again, remember, if you've had the head one way, make sure to turn it the other. And then when you feel any sensations pass, and if you're not already on your back, then move onto your back. We're going to stimulate that liver meridian again. If you've got a pillow, maybe for this, just to open up the chest a little bit more, you might want to just put it down the length of your back, just raising the torso up a little bit. Bend the knees, put the feet on the floor. Bring the soles together and allow the knees to go out to the sides. So recline butterfly pose. Stimulation, a bit more restorative this one actually. Stimulation on that inside line, the liver meridian. Play with the feet. Perhaps you might want them a bit further away, or you might want them a bit further towards you. Find the place that's comfortable and where the stimulation is what you want. As I said, this isn't necessarily a particularly strong stretch here. A bit more restorative. If you're having any uncomfortable sensations in the knees, put something underneath them. I don't know if this is going to work. Or underneath the thighs, actually, to give some support to the thighs. That can work. Yeah, that works. Now with the arms, you can put them out to the sides to open up the chest. Or you can put them up above to stretch the chest more. Stretch the torso, in fact. Arms can be straight or bent, doesn't matter. Play with it, find your position, make sure that you are comfortable, and then close the eyes. And we're going to stay here for 4 minutes. Allow gravity to bring the legs down. No pushing, no muscular effort. We want to get deeper into the body than the muscles. So now we're going to move slowly out of the pose. So just bring your arms down. Maybe you might want to help the knees in. Straighten the legs out. Move the pillow if you want to. If you're doing this before bed, then just get yourself ready for bed. Otherwise, I'm not going to put the cover on. That's a bit too much. Allow the body to relax. Notice how you feel. Close your eyes. Letting the bed support you if you're on the bed. Again, noticing what's underneath you, the duvet, blanket, mat, whatever it is. Just allow yourself to relax. Just go to sleep. And just allow yourself to stay here for as long as you want to, for all night, if you want to. I hope you enjoyed this session. Please don't get up yet. I'm just getting up because I'm finishing the class. Let me know how you got on with this. Let me know if this helped at all. And I hope to see you either next Wednesday's Yin Yang class or next Friday's Yin class. Sleep well.